that's fine. But if you do, one thing you do is check out Auto Chartist, or actually, were the HPMRs in play? Did you notice that the HPMRs were in play at that moment in time? Oh, your sell limits were the EPMRs. Okay. Okay. Now which one? How far out? 15, 30? The other thing you can check out is if the HPMRs are in play next time. You can definitely check that out. Do I still look for a 38.2 to 50% retracement of the clearing range for a pullback entry? That's one zone. Alex, it's actually 38.2 to 61.8. So the zone that you're seeing, for example, on the, oh, wow, look at this market go all of a sudden. Okay. What the? Wow. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know if there's some Facebook news coming out. I see here that Zero Hedge posted something about demoting stories by anonymous authors and all right. Well, like I said, don't want to be short this market. So I would check out that as well. And sometimes these things are going to happen, especially, again, I don't call these things caution days for nothing. What that means is we're going to see a higher degree of unpredictability. We're going to see a higher degree of volatility. It's not that our tactics won't trigger and won't work. It's that the risk taking is higher. The risk is higher that we're taking. The volatility is more unpredictable. Does that make sense? That's what they're caution days. It's not that we don't have ways to trade this. It's actually that it's far more difficult to manage the risk on days like today. And yes, Alex, it's the 38.2 to the 61.8. All right. 12:30 Dallas is Powell, 12:30. It's in the notes too. One thing I want to mention though is they have already released a prepared statement that came out yesterday. I already saw it on the Federal Reserve site. So that already came out. So when they ask questions, that's the unknown, but the testimony has already been released. All right. Stevie B says, I must be a Tell Indian. Oh, well, Indian people are, I think, expressive and loud. That's for sure. Oh, my hand. You know what? I've been doing that since I was a kid. My dad doesn't do it. My mom doesn't do it. I don't know where I got it. But my nickname in high school was Ragu. That is true. True story. Can we check Baba? Sure. Yeah, seeing. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but okay. Well, you know, I'll start brushing the hair or something. Luckily, I can't see myself. I guess that's a blessing. Maybe I won't ask David about where the camera is on this here. Anyway, what else do we have? Yeah, I can do the chroma key. Yeah, the chroma key. I have a green screen. I do. And if I'm doing another kind of video, I know how to produce with the green screen. When you take the green screen, you edit it out. Yeah, I can do the chroma key in the blue or the green, but I don't know how to do it live. Yeah, it's pretty slick though. I don't know how to do how he does it live. His office is just, yeah, he's got crazy office, crazy awesome. All right, so we'll take a look at Baba, sure. When you're looking at Baba, make sure you take a look at the K-Web, relatedly, Ludalima. Take a look at K-Web, where Baba is heavily weighted. I don't like the buy. I mean, it is a buy, but it's a double yellow, and my problem with a double yellow is this, my friend. Of all the things that we could be buying in this market right now, I'm going to grab these on my screen. I have a hard time getting excited about a double yellow buy. Is it buyable? Yes. But I would rather exhaust. Maybe take a look at the K-Web. Do I have the K-Web? Let's see if I do. I may not have K-Web programmed here on the multi-chart. So go take a look at ETFDB and look at the holdings for KWEB, and then look at the other names within it and ask yourself, after you've done that, is BABA still the relative outperformer? Does that make sense? So yes, I mean, kind of as a standalone question, I'd say to sort of blanketly yes. But if you and I were sitting here in my office and you're sitting next to me and we were looking at this, I would say, hey, let's look at K-Web. Are we looking at best in breed? Are we looking at the best possible stock within the K-Web? All right. But I would look, if you're taking a little bit of heat and you bought it to 21 exponential within the wave, it's okay. I mean, it's okay in terms of where you are on the chart. But I know that, Alex, yeah, you mentioned that. And thanks for sharing that. That's super cool of you. So what I would say is that, see, we can't go back and say undo BABA. But what I hope you guys look at is, of all the things that I could have traded, well, why BABA, right? And it's not my job to tell you guys what to trade. Maybe how, maybe what to think about trading, but I can't tell you what to trade. I mean, I have a sign on my bookcase here that says, because mom said so. Not me, right? I can't do that. But if I can ask you to do anything, I implore you to think about asking yourself at some point within the trading plan, why am I trading this? Why am I trading that symbol? Why is this the one that deserves my money? That makes sense? Okay. I think you guys can move that thing around. Yeah, you could probably move me around. I think, right? Maybe ask David. But you guys can move me around. David T. Yeah, I think that's a floating window. You can move the video box. Yeah. Tesla has to meet some requirements, gang, and I don't think it has. Tesla has to meet some specific requirements. And in terms of profitable quarters and consecutive profitable quarters. And I'll tell you what, if Tesla were to be added to the S&P, if that was the news, I got to tell you, I would think Tesla would be up a whole lot more than this. I'd be looking for like a double DPMR move. I think the idea that there was going to be this June de-risking, I mean, granted, I know we have a lot more of the day to go. You have 5 more hours still to go. But the idea of this massive de-risking, heck, even I kind of bid on that at first until I saw the persistence with which Goldman and other brokers were discussing it. I couldn't find confirmation in volume. I couldn't find confirmation in price action. I couldn't find confirmation in my secret squiggles. And I thought, oh, great. That's what you guys want, right? That's what they want. They want us to dump because they're going to buy. So this de-risking narrative, you guys know we ditched it. Like, okay, at least entertain it for a moment. As I was mentioning earlier, make that one of the specific scenarios that we might be considering, and then scratch it when it becomes bunk. And I know there's a lot more of the day to go, but I'm just really not convinced. I hope, by the way, we sell off a little bit because I'd like to get long. So I'm not rooting against it. I'd like to get long on the daily time frames. Okay. Do I have Bookmap? ES bid and ask looks different to me today. Yeah, I have Bookmap up. ES bid and ask. I think it probably depends, WT, on who's feeding it. Yeah, on who's feeding it. Who's feeding it? I'm going to be switching over to my buddy Bruce over at Bookmap mentioned they're now able to use, starts with an R, I think. Rhythmic? Yeah, I'm going to switch over to Rhythmic to feed it. Okay. Nike. You know, I just watched, somebody recommended, Bexley Heath, I think it was. And thank you, Bexley Heath. Recommended I check out that Michael Jordan documentary series. The Last Dance. Yeah, I guzzled that thing over the weekend. Boy, is that good. I thought of Nike as soon as you. I'm going to say the same thing about this as I would talk about XLY. Let's bring up XLY. So when I bring up XLY, you guys know what we have to do. We have to take a look at ETF DB and look at the weightings, make sure our weightings are correct in order. I just try to make a habit of that more often now. So ETF DB, click on holdings. And then within the XLY ETF, of course, Amazon's number one, Home Depot's number two, McDonald's, Nike, Lowe, Starbucks, Booking, TJ Maxx, Target, Dollar General, eBay. Okay, perfect. Of all the names, including the XLY itself, of all the names that I could look at in the XLY, Nike is okay. It's above the 200. It's sitting at a Darvis level. I don't mind it, but I'd rather buy a pullback in a double green. eBay, Dollar General, Lowe's, Amazon. Nike and Target are the same quality setup. They're a yellow trade flag. And I'd look for, in a yellow market, you know, we're talking about indicator sets today, right? We've talked about momentum plays and holy cow. I need to go back and look at this market keeps going up. I don't know how else to say other than, again, we've been bullish and we want to stay bullish. And if you're in anything long, fine, stick with it up till 12:30. And I would use around 12 to 12:30 as an eject button, okay, for your longs. This is why we're not shorting this market. There have been only 2 days since I said, let's go ahead and do this on the 10th, the 24th and the 11th. The rest of the time, you wait for the lows, you wait for retracement, heck, even some cases the retest, and stick with the long side, you know. Anyways, I've got double yellow on XLY itself, Nike and Target. And double yellow, going back to the indicator sets thing. Wow, we just keep going. Cool. So let me just, sorry to jump topics. For those of you that are wondering, all right, the only trade that I will say I quote unquote missed would be the Russell. Russell pull back to the V score. I missed the Russell. Damn. However, retests like what we had in the NASDAQ and the S&P, all I've got are some SPY and QQQ calls, and not a lot of them. Aggro levels on a caution day. Can't short the market. All I've got are some at the money QQQ and SPY calls. I'm glad it's going up. I would have rather have had the futures contract because that moves better return, but that's the only exposure I've got. But I did miss that Russell buy. That was nice. Okay. Ready, aim, fire is great for a double yellow. Let me complete that thought. Ready, aim, fire. And talk to David about the ready, aim, fire. He created it. And he can talk about its power band when it works the best. Home Depot, Nike, Target, and XLY itself. When it trades down towards that Darvis low, when it trades down towards the lower end of the range, even the lower half of the range, I think that, what the heck? Alexa, stop. She's so nosy. Those three, I think, when I look at those three, those are really great ready, aim, fire. So if you're going to have an indicator set of oscillators, slow stochastic, ready, aim, fire, either or, that's the one. and Darvis. V-score is kind of helpful, but Darvis, ready and fire, or slow stochastic is great for a choppy market. I would put V profile in there as well. That'd be great for an oscillating, choppy market indicator set. You know, we have a Momo set, we have an exhaustion set, range bound set. That would be a good set. So tonight, but you want to be close to the 200 exponential prop dot. You want to be close to the Darvis. You want to be closer to the bottom part of the range with bearish momentum. So apart from that, I would tell you the same for Home Depot and Target, eBay, Dollar General, Lowe's, Amazon. Those are the ones that I want. Okay. And all of them are long. All of them are long, including the XLY, Alex. Yes. The anchor on volume studies makes a huge, huge difference. Yes. That's always been, whether it be a volume weighted average price, whether that be a volume profile, whether that be the V score. The anchor matters. Yeah, the anchor price matters. All right, gang. Next up was, hey there, Brandon. You just finished up the market money math class? Oh, very cool. I love doing that class. My two favorite classes are by a landslide. Well, no, I guess how do you pick from the classes? I love them all. So market sonar and the way that we decoded volume and talked about volume in a different way. I really liked it. It's very complementary to John's 10X. I think those two are a really great 1-2 punch. And market money math. You know, it's funny, Brandon. That was probably it's okay, but it was probably the class that resonated least with the membership, because it wasn't a new secret squiggle and it wasn't a new tactic. It was just about the way that you construct a trade. I should have called it the Moneyball class, right? That's what it was internally. You know, understanding the math, the sabermetrics, right, behind the trade. But I play futures the same way. Yeah, Brandon, I play futures the same way. I know the emphasis was mostly options in that class because that's what my husband had done. He had, at that point in time, doubled his account using the strategies. And actually, he was using the exact same alerts that I was sending the members going into that class. But I size everything that way, Brandon. Those are the thresholds and the sizing for everything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, wowza on 1800 on gold. I agree. Yeah, more case. Yeah, bad news is good news. Yeah, who the heck knows? Hey there, JR. I mentioned that my husband has a cash account. That's actually can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that. There's a quad monitor set over my left shoulder. And like I said, I don't know what you guys can see in the background. But anyways, that's where he trades when he's in here, which hasn't been very often since we had the puppy. He's been trading from the kitchen table. Anyway, he has a cash account. That's true. He has a cash account. He has a smaller account where he can build his verticals. Yeah, because most of what he does, and myself, is directional. Is the day trade counter automatic? It might be. Is the day trade counter automatic? Yeah, it very well might be. Yeah, so I would double check with them as far as making sure that the transition is complete, because it doesn't happen instantly. Yeah. So just check with them. Yeah. Hey there, Doug. My webcam comes up in the alert window. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Take your mouse. Well, I have a trackball. And click on the window and drag it away. You can move it wherever you'd like. Same thing with David's session, by the way, gang. Just move the window wherever you'd like. I can't even find my window, but everyone else here in the room is saying that you can move it. So just move it. Yeah, you can move it. Just click and drag it. You got it. And remember, again, the pattern day trading rule does not apply to futures, nor does it apply to futures options. One of the many reasons futures are so darn awesome. How are we on time? Okay. Natty Gas, Ralph, I've got my eye on it. I'm not ready to do it yet. No. I will let you guys know. I mean, it is a good downturn. It's a double red. I don't have a read on why it's heading higher. So when I have a better read on why it's heading higher, then I'll feel more comfortable fading it. Let's see. Hey there, David. If I use, you have to use OBS? Okay, I have OBS for the, and you pump that into the room. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. David, you are 2 feet taller with this tech stuff, 2 feet smarter. I think, well, you're taller than me too. I'll have to sort that out. That'd be cool. It's so cool the way yours just floats on the screen. I do love that. I do love the way yours shows up. It's so cool. Okay. And yeah, I think I'm looking at mine right now. Yeah, it's automatic. Mine is doing that too. And I know on this account, this one's a cash account. Yeah, maybe it's the Fed buying more LQD or something. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, who knows? They are the third. The Federal Reserve is the third largest owner of the LQD ETF. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, David's saying here you can drag it around and you can resize it. Apparently. Okay, cool. Very cool. Keep it real small. Teeny. Keep it teeny. What else do we have here? Yeah, Kelly D. Yeah, I think you're right because Tesla was so close. They need 4 quarters. Yeah, they're not there yet. No, you're right. I'm almost positive. It'd be huge news. It'd be huge news. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up? Hey there, Sean. Given the choice, what's the question there? Okay. Given the choice of July 2 and July 17, well, one, you have 2 days expiration on July 2, so I'm never wild about that. Follow the liquidity. I mean, why not? Well, what are you looking at? Tell me what you're looking at, because why not July 6? Or if you want something that near, how about July 6 or 8? Unless you have to go clear out to 17, right? Okay. JTab, you know what we'll do? We haven't done a member webinar in a while. I'm trying to think of a session. It'd be easier to do as a session than create the notes with the session. We'll We'll do a session. Yeah, and I'll give you guys some breakdown of the indicator sets, just in general. I won't get into a lot of the detail on what to do with them, but I'll at least give you a breakdown of the different indicator sets that I use. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that'd be terrific to do. You bet. Yeah, Rick, same answer. We'll use a session to do that. I gotta remember what my schedule is this week. Oh, I got the SO room today at 2. Maybe tomorrow? No, I'm not actually not in the room at all tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll do a separate session on that, and then we'll create the notes. Yeah, no problem. And I'll see if I can't put some notes together. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. All right. Yeah, one of the things that I want to do with Market Money Math is, a lot of the courses, when they get re-released, we have these little re-release. When we do that, there's some stuff that I would add to Market Money Math. Yeah, there's some stuff I would add. And I will. I love that class. I have a deep, deep, deep love for that class. And I think there's some extra things that I would like to add to it. Yeah. Knowing what I know now and knowing some of the questions that have come up in a post-class, for sure. What would cause the market to pull back today and why? AS, one word, 2 words. Mnuchin, Powell. Yeah. All right, next up here is Karun, I can appreciate the questions on where does gold go from here. So I'm gonna give you guys probably my most irritating but yet honest answer. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We can project, right? We can project day to day with daily price movement ranges and so forth. The question that I always want to ask and answer is, what will I do if it goes to this or if it goes to that, right? Nobody knows where the market's going to go. Not a soul. No, right? If we did, then none of us would be here. We'd just be ringing the cash register because we know where the market's going to go. Is it likely to keep going higher? I think the path of least resistance is higher. Yeah. So the question that I'm constantly asking and answering is kind of going back to the earlier question in the room, which was sort of gaming out different scenarios, right? What if it goes here? What if it goes there? What if it goes there slowly? What if it goes there quickly? What if it goes sideways? What if it, whatever, what are all these what ifs? So that when one of those what ifs comes to life, then I've already got a plan, a tactic that I'm going to use. Does that make sense? Higher, I can get near-term granular with the daily price movement ranges. So I can take today's low and the daily price movement range, project the high, and know today what the 68% probability or even the 32% probability for movement is. But beyond that, I think it's a complete guess. So I can project really, really short term. Okay, next up is yeah, and if the video is a distraction, gang, I'm not in love with it. I don't feel any need for it. So if the video is a distraction, I mean, it's going to be like majority rules. So if it's an issue, then I'll nix it. I mean, I don't want to be answering video questions and bothering you guys with that. So we'll see. David's been doing it a while. You can move it around. It's up to you. I probably won't do it all the time. But you guys tell me. It's up to you guys. All right. Are 2 red prop dots ever actionable on their own? I mean, Dan, let's go back to what we talked about before about stacking. How am I on time? Okay. Let's go back to what I was talking before about stacking. And that is, do I have more than one reason to be a buyer? So red prop dots at a clearing range breach, red prop dots within an established trend, red prop dots with a conviction dot, red prop dots as we're taking out a V-score level perhaps, or a V-profile level, red prop dots going through Darvis, right? So take two reasons, right? Take two reasons and say, okay, rather than prop dots hanging out on their own, take two reasons and say, okay, this is confirming this resistance break or this support break. Does that make sense? So I would say, yeah, they are. But I always look for another reason. And the more the better, you know? So the two red prop dots at 925 on the NQ, sure. All right. So at 925. Oh, those. Yeah, it's going sideways. No, I don't think there's an edge there at all. Yeah. I'm not breaking a Darvis. I'm not. Yeah. So no on that one. Dan, does that make sense when you put it in the context of what I sort of prefaced before we look at it? You know, no, blue grab candles, sideways movement, stuck inside a Darvis. You know, it's not suggesting that we're going to break a level. I like to see it with a little bit more structure. Does that make sense? You saw the squeeze in the V-score 1. You know, I don't think I would end up doing anything with it, my friend. No. I don't have the squeeze. I have yellow. I mean, there's nothing there to indicate that the momentum was there in either direction, quite frankly. So I mean, here's what I would tell you to do, Dan, because I can see even by the way you asked a question, love it. You have a process. You know what you were looking for. Write it down and see how often you see it. And then once you've seen it 6, 8, 10, 12 times, now you've got at least a little bit of data. You've got some probabilities. You've got some different scenarios, maybe some different times of day. And then you can decide for yourself, like, Rog, this is a keeper or no. But maybe you'll keep parts of what you noticed and tweak it and add something different. That's something you could look into doing. I think you got the beginning of something that could be interesting. Yeah. What are my settings on a slow stochastic? It's a 21K 3D. 21K 3D. All right. Are the grab dots available somewhere? Ralph, no, not yet. Maybe later on this year, but no, not yet. Are Wednesday and Monday expirations any good? Like when we get the bank holidays or the different holidays affecting it? I typically will stick with Friday. But I'll look at where the open interest and volume is at. Yeah. Thanks for all the kind words on Market Money Math. I appreciate that. That says more about you guys than it does me because you guys were one of very few people that saw the value in that. So it says far more good things about you guys than me. I appreciate it. Let's see. Could I post copies of my indicator sets? Yeah, David T. I was talking about that earlier. We'll do something. We'll do something different. Well, maybe tomorrow or sometime this week. All right. All right. Let's see. So it looks like it's split down the middle as far as people who like and don't like the video. From what I understand, you guys can turn the video off. I just don't know how. So maybe I'll find out and we'll figure it out from there. It's more people that like it than don't. So to those of you that don't, I would say do one of two things, my friends. You guys can scrunch it down till I am like tiny. You can resize it and you can remove it. So I would highly recommend either one of those. All right. Okay. What else? Let's see. What indicator has the bands on it? Don, what indicator has the bands on it? The V-score bands? The V-score, I believe. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, and David left, if you guys want to turn this off, I totally get it. Turn it off. I think David put some there you go. For anyone distracted by, you can click the menu button to the left of the room and there's an option to turn it off. Oh yeah? All right. Okay. And I would say if you guys are on low bandwidth, I would definitely turn it off. If you have the V-score, you can't find that one. It should be done wherever you downloaded the V-score, whether you did it as the a la carte indicator or whether you did it with the class. I believe the office put the V-score bands in that resource area. So just check that out. Does that make sense? Yeah, so if you took the class, go into the class resources. If you bought it a la carte, the VWAP Max Trio, just go back into that those resources, and it should be there. And it should, yeah, it's called V-score bands. Yep, you got it. All right. Hey, gang, I'm going to get out of David's way. I'll give you guys about just a couple minute break. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can disable and enable the webcam. All right, cool. I don't take it personal. I wouldn't want to look at me all day either. You don't make any money looking at this. You're looking at the charts. All right, gang. Buy and buy only caution day. All I've got are those retest options. That's something that we'll spend some more time talking about, gang. By the way, I hope you guys can send me some. If you want to send me an email, that's fine. You don't have to say it in the chat room. But check out the premium video. We'll talk more about these momentum and more aggressive levels like the retest area and different momentum breaks. Let me know. But it's long or long only, gang. And so like I said, I don't have any futures open right now. And I really could have had that Russell. I'm probably most upset about that, missing that Russell. That was a nice trade, especially with the V-score bottoming out to our levels. But that's one of the challenges of doing so many things. However, I did grab the retests with options on on SPY and QQQ. So, all right. Yeah, good stuff, gang. David's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all Thursday, okay? And I'll see you in the free and premium video. Okay, if you guys need anything, any comments, any questions, whatever, I am here. Just email me and, put the topic or whatever in the subject line, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right, gang. Have a great one. Be good to each other.